Well, hey everybody, it is Saturday. It is October 19th, and I am beginning my next spicy food review with cute ferret exploitation. This is Lady. So you've already been introduced. If you've been paying any attention to my On Cousin's Porch videos, you've already been introduced. You've already been introduced to Elvira, and you've been introduced to Furiosa. This is Lady. She's the oldest one. Yep. I thought she was going to be less wriggly because I just woke her up. When they're tired, they tend to be more cuddly, but she's already wriggly. I think it's just the fact that Uncle Graham is here. Yeah, the fact that Uncle Graham is here just makes you more wiggly. You just want to be on the go and go play. Well, that's Lady. Let's get to the review. Alright, so today I didn't even realize that my cousin Jonathan even had this in his fridge, but I was rummaging around in it, and I found this one. This black garlic Carolina Reaper hot sauce by BRAVADO Spice Company. I've always wanted to try this one. Didn't want to pay what was being charged for it because the other two... Oh, I think the first BRAVADO sauce that I tried was the Ancha Masala. That was like $12.99 or $13.99, but it was worth it because not only was it a delicious sauce, it was one of the most brutally hot sauces that doesn't have pepper extract in it that I've ever eaten. To this day, it's still like a top 3. And the second one I had, I really liked too. It was the garlic and arbol Moruga scorpion sauce. That one was quite good as well. So we are going to try, once again, BRAVADO Spice Company Black Garlic Carolina Reaper. Now this describes itself as super hot. I believe the other two that I ate classified themselves as ultra hot. I'm not sure. And I would think that super hot, or I would think that ultra hot would supersede super hot. But I don't know. Perhaps I'm wrong. Carolina Reaper, after all, is a hotter pepper than the Moruga Scorpion. And if the Moruga Scorpion described itself as ultra hot and this described itself as super hot, perhaps this is more hot. It's just, I don't know, I just think the word ultra conveys a greater degree of extremity than super does, so we'll just have to see. I don't think they have the scale of hotness printed on this either. This is how they describe themselves. The world's hottest pepper, savory black garlic, and a hint of sweet maple. Interesting. This hot sauce will shake you to your core. And they give the primary ingredients here, so I'm not going to read the whole ingredients list. It's got black garlic, Carolina Reaper, red Serrano, maple syrup. I'm telling you, been in grocery stores lately because it's towards the end of pepper season. I've been finding more and more red Serranos and red jalapenos, and the red Serranos are great. They go really, really nicely into a hot sauce. They're great roasted, and they're a little bit hotter than the green Serranos. Then they have they're more juicy, they're a little bit more flavorful, they're a little softer. But yeah, I prefer the red Serranos to the green Serranos, and I love green Serranos, so I think this should be a really good sauce. And typically I like Reaper sauces. Lately I've been actually favoring Scorpion sauces a little bit more, weirdly enough. But there is nothing wrong with a good old Reaper sauce every once in a while, so let's try it out. It smells very good. It smells garlicky. A few sauces that I've tried recently that I've had featured black garlic as one of their primary ingredients. It's been hard for me to taste the black garlic. So, because I do believe that it has a very different and a far milder flavor than just regular garlic. So maybe you need to really, really put a lot in a sauce for it to really come out and infuse the sauce with flavor. Okay. I haven't eaten anything today, so I'm going to be conservative. I'm just going to take a few drops. This is, after all, a Reaper sauce. Enough talk, let's try it. First impression, it's garlicky and it's vinegary. The first ingredient in it is red Serrano pepper. Then there's distilled vinegar. Then there's Carolina Reaper puree. I want to taste the maple syrup in that. Let's try it again. I also saw there's a little bit of a cheat in the garlickiness because the sauce, I just saw on the ingredients list, the sauce has roasted garlic before black garlic, which is a little bit of a letdown. I wanted them to exclusively get the garlickiness from the black garlic. I want to taste it. But I am tasting that Serrano. There is heat from the puree, but it doesn't really taste much like a Reaper sauce. It's like I said, the first impression, vinegary, garlicky, then the red Serrano, the peppery flavor came in. Let's try it again. No maple syrup hints yet. I have not tasted the syrup. Okay. It's a slightly bigger bite. I do taste a hint of maple syrup in there, and it's nice. Because there's a fine line, especially when you're talking about a really hot sauce, like a Reaper sauce. There, for some reason, it seems particularly with Reaper sauces, there's a fine line between not sweet enough and too sweet. And that little hint of maple syrup in there, I'm glad that they made that decision rather than just to put sugar in it, because it is more hot, it is more subtle. It's a little bit more savory than putting sugar in it too. You know, really dark amber maple syrup, pure maple syrup, has a very, very rich savoriness to it. And I do taste a little hint of that in there. Texture's a little bit thin for my liking. You would think, you know, with the first ingredient being Serrano peppers, it might be a little bit thicker. I made a Serrano sauce of my own the other day. I had a lot of Serrano peppers in it, and it was really thick. I had to keep diluting it and diluting it and diluting it with more vinegar and water because it was almost just like a pepper puree. So, I don't know. See, it's like a little bit thin, a little bit on the thin side. It is flavorful. Not very hot. I would give the heat level between a 2.5 and a 3. I can't really think of what this would be good in other than maybe thrown into a soup. I think it would be very good in a chili. It'd be very good to spice up some chili or even a stew of some kind with this. So probably really good as a soup additive. Not sure about it as a wing sauce. It's a little bit thin for that. It'd probably be good over eggs. I would think it'd be good over eggs. Serrano and garlic are two of my favorite, you know, things to slather over eggs. So we're probably good at that. Tentatively, I'm going to give the flavor level a 7. I don't think that it is exceptionally flavorful, but it is pleasant. And but I would say of the 3 Bravado products I've tried, this is the least impressive. But it's still a good product. It's still a good product. I just wouldn't pay $13.99 for it. I'm sorry, I wouldn't. You know, if you can find it marked down to like $10, maybe get it. I would not pay $13.99 for this, but it still is a decent sauce. It's a 7. And I look forward to trying other products by Bravado. So that's all I got for today. Unless I make another video and find something else in Jonathan's fridge that's interesting.